Hey Chris, nice job here. Yeah, when I was mentioning the levels for the olives, where are they? Oh, I see you already did it. I was just thinking of making them stand out a little bit more. They're just a little bit dark under there, so let's see. Yeah, they're just a little bit dark under the bottom, so I'd probably just, continue to work with those and kind of move them around. I see you've got the histogram. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really changing too much here. But you could even make them light and add like a stroke in the layers panel if you wanted to. Let me just see something here. Where's your other one? Oh, nope. So that's what I would do just to make them stand out a little bit. Let's see here. I'm going to add another levels just because it's not letting me edit that one for some reason. I would just make them stand out a little bit more. Another thing you could do with the olives too is to go in and add hue and saturation level adjustment to it, because then you can make them really more saturated and they would really stand out more. I mean, that's going to be, let's play with the color a little bit. Yeah, I don't know about this, but anyway, it could really make them stand out more. Another way that you could do this too is to use the sponge tool. That also makes it a little bit more saturated. So I love your shadow. So I would still make this bigger. And I do want to mention, I think you're a little bit off spec for the size. So I'm going to go to image size. And yeah, it's 7 by 7. It needs to be 8 by 10. So I would change this. You can do it in the canvas size too, but make sure you don't distort it because basically, and it'll look more unified if you do that too. Basically, it's just cutting off, like this much or something. Anyway, I'll just do it. And then I would also suggest still making him a little bit bigger because he's so cool. You want him to stand out. It's really the main, it's really the main event is this guy here. So I would make him stand out. You could move that background down a little bit. I mean, it's going to be white, but something like that. And then again, it's actually more interesting and dynamic because it comes off the page like that. Let me see if I can continue to just kind of play with it a little bit. Yeah, something like that. This is all just about adding, continuing to work to add unity. You could also move the text around. It's not really necessary to have everything lined up perfectly. I know everybody tends to do that, but you could really just move it around and make it look more dynamic because you're really close to a portfolio piece. You could also use you could also use a little bit of color down here somewhere. So, I mean, I know you already have a stroke. So you could, but I mean, a little bit of red or a little bit of green would really work to move the color through. So even like inner glow on something like this, because you've got such space in there. Let me just see if what it's gonna look like. No, that's too big. But even a little bit of some glow here, and I'm gonna turn the noise down a little bit, actually works to move a little bit more color through here. And then you could even, on another one, you could even add some green so we can move the green through. Or you could make this, all of it green. Again, because then it repeats the stuff up in here. And, it just creates a little bit more unity. So that's just another suggestion. This is kind of a lot of negative space. I'm just wondering if what's on this side, if we moved it over. Yeah, I'm just trying to play with this because trying to find the negative space so the caricature looks most unified. Yeah, this is a little bit of, you could even maybe put the text up there if you wanted to. There's just a lot of different, I don't know, let's see. No, you'd have to change it if you did that. You probably have the text in the best place, really. Okay, so yeah, you're almost there. I would just continue to work on just a few little things. You could use a different font for the name too if you wanted to. That could also add a little bit more interest. This seems like it needs something up here, so I'm just trying to think of what, or even maybe find, a background. Let me see. Let me try something here too. I'm gonna copy your background, and then I'm going to just try flipping it under the Edit Transform. I'm gonna flip it horizontal. I'm just trying to see what. Yeah, I don't know about this one now either. Just because you have so much negative space up in that corner, oh, it doesn't really change much with this, does it? And then it doesn't, never mind. So yeah, I would just work on the negative space a little bit more here. Maybe even if you made it a little bit bigger, the background a little bit bigger, it would move, this lettuce up. Let's see. Yeah, the design process is all about adding and subtracting. Even that kind of works a little bit because I don't know, maybe not. No. Yeah, no, I'm not sure about that one. Anyway, so yeah, that's my little 2 cents. But overall, I think it looks really great. Just make sure to get the the size worked out, and just work with a few little things. We have another week and a half. Actually, we don't. We have like till I think Sunday. Okay, so nice job.